can just try to introduce yourself so that we'll get to know your expectations and your long-term plan with respect to this subject and course. As the floor is open for everyone to talk, you can. Guys, are you there?
Hello, hi, you there?
Yeah. So, Ajay, you can just try to introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure.
Mm.
Hi everyone, myself Ajay. I'm working as a performance test engineer and
Mm-hmm.
looking for automation experience with Selenium and Java. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the reason I joined this course.
Nice, nice.
Thank you.
So, your performance, which tool you are using, brother? Jmeter or LoadRunner?
Yeah, I have both experience. Currently using Jmeter.
Okay, okay. Sound like a veteran in performance testing.
Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. Thanks. So, Sripada, Kinjal, Shelly. Yeah, Sripada, go ahead. Hello. Yeah, Kinjal, go ahead. You can talk. Okay. Okay, fine, Sripada. You can ping me in the chat box so that I'll see. So, Kinjal, Shelly, you can talk. You can just try to introduce yourself so that everyone knows from where you are and what is the expectations of the course.
Hi, I'm Shally, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
from USA, and I have a experience in manual testing. And
Mm-hmm.
I know Java already, Java, Selenium, and Cucumber framework, API, mobile testing. So I joined just for brush up this
Okay.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is not a crash course, as you know. We are going everything from the scratch again. If you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we have a demo class, right? 5 demo class. So I
Yeah.
thought, okay, I'll
Yes.
join because I just learned performance testing with Isha only.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. You learned prior automation testing.
Yeah, I'm very much good in all like Java and Cucumber
Mm-hmm.
framework, SNG, hybrid framework,
Mm-hmm.
and mobile testing, API testing.
Mm-hmm.
But I did hands-on practice, but theoretical way interview purpose I did not prepare. I have to. So currently
Okay.
I'm looking job also. Let's see.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. Anyways, if you know everything, this will be like a very great revision for you. And definitely, when we go for some Java 8 or Java 17 concepts, you'll feel some new Lambda expressions or stuff. You can actually witness it. We
Okay.
are not
Yeah. So I
sticking in
want to know. Yeah.
1.8.
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
want to know you
we
will cover API testing also in this
yeah,
course.
yeah, will be covering REST API testing because SOAP is somewhat a paid one, which I'm not taking it up. We are be covering REST only.
So with Cucumber framework or any tool like Postman
So
or
we
Slack.
teach first TestNG followed by Cucumber
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. First I have to teach TestNG, the concepts of Java, the basis of Selenium, followed by Cucumber. If you do not teach any of this thing, then it will be a confusing thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure. Thank
sounds
you.
great. Yeah. So 1 minute. Is my screen visible? Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Can any of other two, three people can introduce themselves so that we can directly jump into the next point? Okay. That's nice, Kanan. That's good to hear. We welcome you. We welcome such people also. So, who is next? Kanan is then Sripada and Shaili. That's a very good intro. And Ajay, I would love to get, yeah. So Ajay, I would love to get connected and down the line to have a good understanding of performance and how do we integrate performance and Selenium down the line.
Sure, sure.
Yeah,
By the way,
nice.
your good name?
But my name is Rahul. I have overall
Okay,
8+ years of experience in this complete automation only.
okay, okay, Rahul. Nice to
Yeah,
hear.
yeah, nice. So, how about others like Kanti, Deepthi,
Yeah, Rahul,
Ranga?
myself is
Sorry?
Kanti. Myself is Kanti,
Hmm.
but I don't have experience in IT. I have experience in non-IT.
Okay.
So actually I'm fresher. If you consider as IT experience, yes, I'm like fresher into the IT.
Okay, okay. That's nice. So, last one, Deepthi, Sumati, Gayatri, Ranga, or Lavanya, or Sai Kiran. Can anyone talk for one final time before we jump into the topic?
Myself Saikiran, I'm from Hyderabad. So basically, I'm having good experience in performance testing using LoadRunner
Okay.
and Jmeter.
Okay.
And I'm looking to like get more understanding about the Selenium Java. So basically, I have good
Okay.
knowledge in Selenium also, and I know some frameworks also like Cucumber and another framework. So I do not have
Mm-hmm.
experience on hands-on like live project.
Yeah, if you want to do a hands-on, we need to be very fundamentally strong in the projects and each and every point if you want to really attempt a project. Because for that you need to build the scenarios by yourself. You need to have that ability to build the scenarios by yourself for any kind of a real-time project. So as you know, we don't jump into real-time directly. We have a process to teach the basics of Java followed by stuff, which I'll be showing the syllabus. Okay.
Sure, definitely. Yeah. Thanks.
Yes. Yeah.
Hi Rahul,
So
this is
sorry, go ahead.
yeah. So Rahul, I want to check. Like I'm from performance testing background, and I want to check. Do we have any prerequisites before we jump into Selenium training?
See, you already have a very great testing sense because when you're as a performance tester, you must really have a great sense of the application and great sense of how you can really test it. So that's a very one good prerequisite you already have. Second thing is that
Okay.
you need to have a programming knowledge a bit more than the performance testing because in performance testing, especially when you use Jmeter, you need to be very good with Groovy scripting. So here we need to be really good with Java, Deepti.
Okay. So you will cover Java from basics to advanced, is it?
Yeah,
Whatever is
yeah.
needed
We
for
cover,
Selenium.
yeah, whatever is needed for automation, we cover those Java concepts because Java is a very big ocean, and covering each and every Java concept will take like years and years.
Okay, so whatever is required for maybe start a project or to work on,
Yeah.
already existing project,
Yes.
you will teach us, correct?
Yes. And I
Okay,
totally
okay.
understand a lot of performance people are shifting to automation. The reason is performance testing happens right before the prod release or when the project is heading go out and the performance testers. Correct me if I'm wrong, Deepthi, Ajay.
Actually, why most performance testers are also looking for Selenium is like, now testing, they want a complete bundle. They
Full
want
stack
automation,
tester.
they want now, yeah, full stack tester, seeded kind of. And now we're
Yeah.
going into agile model, shift left models, right? So
Yes,
I'm a
yes.
performance test lead, so we should be a package. So we should do automation as well as non-functional. So we should be ready for
Yeah.
everything. Just keep upscaling yourself.
So that is the new era for the people who are into testing. Priorly into IT industry, this is the new era of the coin, the word that you can say it's a full stack tester. Down the line of 5 years, you will see opening like we want to have a full stack tester. correct me if in the next 5 years you'll be seeing a job opening like we need a full stack tester.
Yes, Rahul.
Around 5 years is too long. It has already started.
No,
Develop
it's all,
fast.
see, in order to be notified to the common crowd, it will take some time. In order to be notified to the common crowd, it will take some time. Ajay and Deepti.
And it will
Since we
take
are
1 year
so
for
deep into
this.
the industry, we can understand stuff. Okay, that's a very good interaction with you, Deepti and Ajay. I'd love to get connected more on the performance ideas and how we can integrate with Selenium, as I told you. So before we get started, just tell me the answer for this question. Why automation testing is so important? Like most of the people will say from a career perspective, but not from a career perspective. Why automation testing is become so important or so prevalent in the current industry? Anyone can talk. Anyone can talk. Anyone can share their views of why automation testing has become so important.
instead of reducing manual intervention.
Ranga, could you repeat your point again?
Reducing manual intervention. Suppose if automation testing is not there, na, so manually needs to be tested, tested the application each and every point of view. In order to avoid that, we can go with the automation testing. In that, we can design test cases. If the test case will be run, our esteemed output should become.
Okay, that's great. That's great. And Shaili, how about you?
Yeah, so automation testing is important for time saving, especially for
Mm-hmm.
regression testing time. So when we
Mm-hmm.
have to like regression testing, build, change, modify. So already exist a test case we can make run. We don't need to check or spend time in manually.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that was a great answer. And how about others? Could anyone like to drop their views in the chat box, or can you unmute yourself and talk? I would like to take one more answer before I jump into the next point. You can drop your answers in the chat box as well as you can unmute and talk. How or Deepti, can you talk about this point, or Gayatri, Rajvardhan? Yeah, times and resource saving. Yeah. So everyone is more focused on time and resource saving, and that is a very good point I could say in the given crunch timelines for the testing department. So what does this image represent as a manual versus automated tester? But before I start discussing this point, I'm not here discriminating anyone's role or anything else. It is just a public perception of manual versus automation. How is this? So every tester has a key role in their in the shaping of the product. So please comment your views on this image, like how the life of a manual tester versus the life of an automation tester when it is really when we are really delivering the product to the customer. So you can talk. Anyone can talk. Saikiran, Deepti, Amrita, Shelly, Sripada.
Is your question? Please, can
Yeah,
you
this
repeat it?
yeah, this is a what can you interpret from this kind of image? If there's an image given to you, suppose in an interview, what can you really try to interpret about the roles of a manual tester versus automation tester? This can be one of your interview questions when you're really attempting a very big company which is really invested in automation.
Yeah, my point
Manual.
of view.
Yeah, Ranga,
Yeah,
go ahead.
can I my point of view, in case of manual testing, there must be a person present in front of system to check each and every module and each and every functionality. Whereas in case of automated
Mm-hmm.
testing, we can write the test cases and we can trigger those test cases by scheduling the time zone also. Suppose if I want to run the test after 3 hours, I can schedule the test at the 3 hours without any manual intervention. It should be run. The test case will be give the results.
Mm-hmm.
And no need of more number of people required for automation testing. Only few people will be required than compared to manual testing.
Hmm.
So,
That's my
Yeah, Shelly, go ahead.
so manual testing and automated testing both is important because first we have to check manually, then we have to convert test case in automate.
Mm.
So it's both is
Okay.
important, manually and automation.
Mm. Nice, 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 nice. So I would like to drop my views on this manual versus automation testing. And sure, there's a more time and more effort. Actually, if you say when a manual tester really works on it, he has a more documentation work to be submitted. He has to submit the clear document stating whether it's pass or fail, or he has to certify. There are a lot of works. If you really automate the complete process, what happens? The required reports or required stuff, the intelligence that we put in our scripts really helps us in saving a lot of time, a lot of efforts, and you can play around, you can juggle around. The real intelligence lies in how do you build a framework, how do you build a structured script, how do you build an efficient script. That is what is the key to saving your time, saving your energy, saving your memory. Clear? How many of you would agree to this point? The real deal is in preparing a excellent script, a robust script, which can withstand any kind of issues. How many of you are agreeing with me on this point? Or if you are disagreeing, let me know why are you disagreeing also, so that I'll be happy to listen to that also. Thank you. So, as our friends, lovely friend said, what are the advantages of automation? The first word we always say is reliability, because the test perform precisely the same operations each time they run, thereby eliminating human errors. Okay, so the tests perform precisely the same operations each time they are run, thereby eliminating human errors. Okay, repeatability. We are enabling the capability to test how the software reacts under repeated execution of the same operations. How our software reacts, how our software works under continuous executions and stuff. Comprehensiveness means we provide the ability to build a suite of tests that covers each and every feature of your application. Okay. Better quality software. We can run more test cases in less amount of time with reduced team size. Remember the word reduced team size. This is a very catchy word and attractive word for most of the service delivery managers and product owners. The word reduced team size. Then we talk about reusability. We can run the same test cases on different environments, different versions or different releases or different environments. Even the UI of the application changes. User interface stands for the look and feel of the application. Programmability means provides the ability to program sophisticated tests that bring out hidden information from the application. That means what? We can program our test case in such a way that we can really bring out some hidden facts that is really hampering the performance of your application, or that is really creating a problem in your application and stuff, which sometimes manual testers also may find it difficult to find. And sometimes performance team, like we have some sort of performance testers, some people also find it a bit difficult to find it also. Fast. Automated tools runs faster, significantly faster than the manual process. That means what? The speed of the execution is such a way that it'll be executed in a flash. Like how Usain Bolt finishes his 100 meters in a couple of seconds. It's just like it finishes the script's execution in a flash. By the time you make a look around the room, it finishes this executions. Cost reduction. Remember this word. Two words. Reduce team size and cost reduction. Result of reduced team size realized by productivity gains. These are the two words that always the service delivery people are always interested to have in the project. If I can build a product, if I can run a show with better reduced team size and a better cost reduction, then I'm gonna definitely want this feature. I definitely want this kind of candidates in my team. Am I correct or not? Most of the service delivery managers or the product owners or the management looks for this kind of architecture, right? Better cost reduction with a reduced team size. Yes or no?
Yes, correct.
So remember these 2 points. This is the main reason why automation has started. This is the main stepping stone of why automation has been inculcated in most of the organizations. Reduce team size and cost reduction. These are the two keywords that really disturb the minds of the really not disturb. It's just like really initiated the thought in most of the higher management or the product owners or the product managers to implement automation into their companies. So what are the other things? Effective test management enables the test cases to be traced, updated, and reused in the future to cover and execute when there are similar requirements and functionalities. Okay, will enable the test to be traced, updated. That means what we can, for the same test case that we are writing, we can update it, reuse it in the future to cover and execute when there are similar requirements or functionalities. Okay. Wider test coverage means scope to create a large number of complex automated tests along with their execution repeatedly over a period of time. So, what is our main agenda? If the test cases that are certified, if the test cases that are covered by the automation scripts, then it increases the scope for the manual testing team to cover the remaining areas which are not covered by the automation team. That way, we can create a large number of complex scenarios which we can give it to the automation team to get it automated. Because if the once the test cases are automated, what will happen? The manual team or someone should not involve in that because the case is already automated. So once the case is already automated, you need not worry about it. The manual testing job is always over with respect to the particular test case, and he or she can take care of the other areas of application where automation team is not covering. Because I'll tell you in the future slides why. So automation scripts executes with a greater precision and lower errors than manual testing. So, with the advantage of automation, what we are doing, we are freeing the resources from the test execution of software builds that are frequently given by the development team. So, what do you mean by this? And one thing for all the people who are coming from non-IT background, if you have any doubts or if you are feeling any terminology is something new for you, please stop me in the middle. I'll be more than happy to explain you the terminology. This is especially for the people who are coming from non-IT background only. Non-IT background as well as from the IT background. If you have any doubt somewhere, you can always stop me in the middle. Clear?
Yeah, sure.
So freeze the testing resources means what? There are some situations where you'll be giving a daily release to the product. That means every day you get a new software deploy, every day you get a new product, every day you get a new software. Okay, got it? So it's very difficult for humans to sit in front of the system and complete the whole activity of testing. Clear? Clear, everyone?
Clear.
Yes, yes.
So if you see the efforts, I mean, these numbers are prone to change, but I have given these numbers on the basis of a rough sample of test cases that we have already seen over a due course of time. So this is a graph. What this graph states, if you have a smoke suit of around 15 test cases, then it takes 2 hours for the manual testing to do, and 20, I mean, zero point 0.2 is 2 by 10 into 6 is 12 minutes to finish the execution through automation. If you take a sanity suit of 50 cases, it will take 8 hours to finish for the manual team. An automation team takes 8 by 10, yeah, 48 minutes to finish the suit. For partial regression, what do you mean by partial regression? If it was a suit which is having 250 test cases, then it takes generally 40 hours for the manual team to finish it. 40 hours means 5 working days, because in a single day we only work for 8 hours. Whereas the automation script takes around 4 hours to finish the execution. When you come to full regression suite, that is having 1,000 plus test cases, we take around 160 human hours. That means 20 working days. Whereas automation script takes 16 hours. That means 2 working days. So hope you understood. This graph was very much self-sufficient to explain how it saves time and how it generates the result quickly for you in an efficient manner. Is it clear?
Yeah, it's good. So only thing is regarding time saving.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it's time
yeah,
saving.
it's time saving.
Any doubts so far, guys? Before we proceed to further slides, hmm? Any doubts? Any doubts, guys?
Mm, no, for me,
Yeah, tell me. Tell me, Ajay. What's your doubt?
I don't have any doubts on this. No doubts for
Hmm.
me.
Hmm.
Yeah. Mm,
So, what are the top 5 lessons about test automation that you all need to know before you kickstart your course into this? First thing is never ever automate a mess. Second thing is avoid complex logic. Never ever automate a mess means do not automate or do not write a script without having proper functional knowledge about what you're trying to write for it. Second thing is avoid complex logic in your scripts. What do you mean by avoid complex logic in your scripts? Is whatever the logic you write, make sure it is approaching the requirement in the right manner. Don't make a hell out of the logic and write it. And third point is 100% automation is never ever possible. You can say proudly and firmly that 100% automation is never ever possible. The max we could do was 85% out of great difficulty. So beware of automation testers who do not understand testing. So as an automation tester, you need to have basic idea and understanding of testing. What is what? So remember that test automation is a software development process. It is not a testing process. Like how developers spend their time to build the project. Similarly, we also build a script, and we also spend some time to work on it. Okay, clear? Is this clear? Is this clear, everyone? What are the 5?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry. So if you can see this graph, can anyone explain me what is this graph about? Can anyone try to decipher what you are trying to do in this graph?
It shows the cost difference between both the types of testings.
Yes. Yeah, that's nice. How about others?
In every build, the cost is getting increased because of the manual resources.
Hmm. Anyone else would like to say about this graph? You can ping it in the chat box or you can talk.
It also shows that if the builds are less